This is more like
You really need the 2 chocolate cookies. That makes it.
it's like a piano keys.
Yeah.
You got two white ones
between
and the black one in the
the C and A.
middle. Sharps, the sharp.
Between B and A.
All right, Johnny.
You
Y'all
ready?
ready?
Yeah, we rolling.
You rolling?
Yep.
Quiet on the set, people. It's only gonna take a few seconds.
That's
That
what
was
she said.
that what?
That's what she said.
You know, this is how we're gonna start this off. So I've been watching your videos for a while now, right? And you all educational. This is Sam, by the way, with Greenline Tactical and War Reporter Society and the Nightvision Company, TNVC. He's got like 8 jobs. You sure you're not Jamaican?
No. Well, no, I'm not
Maybe.
sure. I could
Might
be.
have a little.
A little bit in you. All right. Well, your personality is really popping, like in person. He's got like a sense of humor. When you watch his fucking videos, it's kind of like he's just like a scientist, but his personality doesn't pop. In person, you're
Mind like a scientist.
Yeah, all right.
Talk like a fucking Burmese python.
I'm the black guy, don't get embarrassed. Okay, so here we go. 1, 2, 3. Hey guys, this is Kevin Dixie, KD with the Real NOC. I'm out here taking the Night Fighter course with Greenline Tactical. This is Don.
Hey.
This is a guy that teaches night vision stuff and has been a war fighter and has been overseas doing all kind of cool stuff and brought his skill set back to us to teach us things. Is that a fair way of saying it?
Yeah, I guess. I've been developing programs like this one for over 10 years now, for law enforcement and just regular open enrollment stuff. Night Vision's kind of been one of my flagship things. Not the only training thing that I do, but yeah, it's been one of the big things that we do. And Sam's co-developer of this program we're doing right now.
Yeah, and then we have Sam, who is, obviously a gunner, a veteran yourself.
Yep.
Been doing some cool stuff around the world. You also brought your skill set back, but you're also very techy. Like, how did you get into the technical thingies that are going on?
Well, early on in my military career, I was, I had a very technical job, and the technician in me just kind of like, promulgated and propagated throughout whatever I do. So, Don and I are a really good combo. We kind of tag team both ends of the spectrum on the night vision stuff. So I do the science and technology side of the house, and Don does kind of the murdery, killy side of the house. And we kind of bring it together, and you get the yin and the yang.
All right, I'm gonna try to avoid some of the questions I know you guys get asked a lot, like, how much does it cost to get into night vision? All right, so how much does it cost to get into night vision?
It ain't cheap. Well, here's what I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Good night vision
Sure.
isn't cheap, and cheap night vision isn't good.
Yep.
So, set yourself, have a good come to Jesus moment with yourself, and realize that you're going to pay several $1,000s to get into it and have a decent capability.
I will openly tell everybody, and I'll put more of these details in a separate video when I recap kind of my entire experience. But just me starting, and look, I say this humbly, I'm industry, whatever the hell that means. So, I can call and get a price here and get a price there. Even for me, starting off, and I got the PVS 14, the Glock 19 of the night vision world. Even for me, walking into this thing, saving money, I was like $5,800, just like getting started with the gear, the knife, the helmet, everything. And then I did something because I think it was because of you. I went in, I mauled out. So then I went and bought a maul, and that was like another $2,700. Yep. All right, so add that onto it. So I guess I'm more like a little bit over $8,000 to start playing. But I will tell you this is well worth it. Now, one thing that people have been asking a lot of questions about, Don, and I'll phrase this to you, is, well, it seems so entry level. And I have my own opinion about that, and I have my own comeback to that, but I would like to know what yours is.
About this class being entry level?
Yeah, about it.
I would say yes. I don't disagree with that. It is this class really is designed to get people who have little or no knowledge of the gear, or maybe they've had it but they've been just trying to figure it out for themselves, and they may have some experience, and to arm them with the knowledge and information. So as you pointed out, we're all about like passing the knowledge and understanding of this stuff, so that when you leave here after 2 days, you can get out there and really maximize that stuff, because it's not cheap. So you don't want to have a bunch of stuff you spend a lot of money on and not really know how to get the most out of it. So it is kind of entry level, because most of the people that come here don't have a lot of experience with it yet.
Yeah, I would totally agree. I think this is the way I equate it. It's kind of like, and as a firearm instructor myself, which I don't teach night vision stuff, obviously I'm here to learn, but take your first handgun, right? When somebody goes in and they get their first handgun, well, the first thing we want them to do is go to a competent instructor. And so even when you jump from like shooting, doing all your cool, high speed, low drag stuff, but then you start learning how to do it at night, to me, it's the equivalent of going back to when you bought that first handgun, because you have to learn your systems all over again now. I think it's actually a great step, because there are some programs that I looked into where if you haven't ran your knives before, they're not really open for you coming. So it was good to find a program that's like, yes, if you are that person, we want you. Yeah. We want to get you here and get you started. So Sam, let me ask you this. A lot of people are going to ask about this too. The technical aspects of it, because you understand the science down to, the finite level. Yeah. How important is it for the regular consumer or the end user of this knife, no matter what I'm doing, murder kill stuff, or, even just hunting hogs? How important is it for me to understand all the tech specs?
Well, that's a really good question. Is it important? Yes and no. And this is something that Don said. The more you know about your gear, the more you understand the left and right limits of that gear, be it night vision or thermal or a rifle or a handgun. You can push its capability all the way to the edge, either left or right, and just you can milk 100% of the capability out of your system. The more you know about it. So,
well, that, and also just think about last night's class, and in our classroom discussions, all the questions that people ask. People want to know this stuff. Yes. We went over time, but I knew we would, and it was kind of budgeted in, because this group here always asks a lot of good questions. But it's almost always like that. People are asking questions. They want to know this stuff, and that's what we've learned is we're some of the only guys that really get down into the weeds about it the way we do. But the feedback we're getting almost 100% across the board is people love that. They like understanding the stuff, because it's, you call the, I think I might have coined it, but the PVS 14 being the Glock 19 of the night vision world, because it's just so versatile and becoming more and more common. But it's not as easy to understand as the Glock 19, right? It's like, and everybody has guns. You can go to the gun store and check it out, maybe rent it and go back into the range and shoot it. You can't do that with night vision. So we're informing people of what this stuff is, how it works, and so people can, when you go out to spend that money, you know what you're doing, and you're not, wasting money.
Big step, going from daytime or lit shooting, or maybe even low light shooting. But when you enter that night vision realm, one, it's really technical, but you've entered a new realm of gear sourcing. You're Ivy League collegiate level at that point. There's not much more above this other than maybe some of the really crazy PRS, precision stuff, and maybe radios, if you want to go that route and outfit yourself with that stuff. So this is very, very technical stuff. And I'm going to just go ahead and toot our own horn. There's nobody out there doing the stuff that we're doing, Don and I, to the level that we're doing it.
Well, I will give you guys that. Anybody that knows, like for all of you that are alumni of my school and you've come and trained with me, I am all about the why. Like I don't like when people tell me to do something and I don't understand why I'm doing it. I need to understand the application. So spending that, that time in the classroom, to me, and those questions did start flying up, I'm like, great, I understand the why. And then you guys are doing a great job on the range, taking that classroom and saying, you see what we said there? You see how it's transferring on over? So I would say it's absolutely phenomenal. So I'll end you with two questions. One, is there, kind of fun questions, I guess. Anybody can take it. Is there a gun, now we're talking, a fighting gun, a carbine of some sort. Is there a gun that you just don't want to see as far as caliber at the class? Like for night vision stuff?
Caliber?
Yeah, is there like a work, like a 308 with a A2 on it? Like, is there something you're just like, please God, don't do that?
I mean, maybe like a high point 9mm carbine. But a lever action gun would be interesting and cool, but it would be a pain in the ass. But yeah, a semi-auto magazine-fed rifle would be preferable. And if you want to show up with a 308, show up with a 308. I've shot the 308 in classes like this, so.
Yeah, but it's like any carbine course. Yeah, the dude that shows up with a 308 SBR with no suppressor or silencer on it. Yeah, that's just rude. And it's just as rude here at Night Fighter as it is, in a combat carbine course during the day. So yeah, put a can on it. But really, it doesn't matter.
You know, as long as you have the ability to mount an optic, a light, and a laser, you can pretty much run anything.
Last question. You guys take it, however you want to do it. Red dots, obviously something that we incorporated into this. Is there, I'm putting you on the spot here, it's okay if you don't want to answer it. Is there a red dot you've seen in these conditions, night vision, fail or be, let's just say, not up to par to do what you guys needed to do to train the students?
Yeah. It's got a
What are you
gold.
thinking?
It's got a gold ring on it. Starts with
The
an
L
L
on the
on a side. It's
Yeah.
just not up to par for this.
Okay.
And then again, any of the ones that have auto adjust that you can't manually control the brightness, they don't work out really well. So that's not a specific brand because almost everybody makes some version of that. There are things that seem like a good idea until you get into this context. And, so that's one. But yeah, just the cheaper, fragile ones that aren't. If they're not working out very well during the daytime for most people, they're not going to work out any better.
If you're spending $500 on an optic for your handgun, it's probably good to go.
Okay.
There's your threshold.
And here's the thing too: why would you show up with $10,000 worth of night vision equipment and buy the cheapest, optic for your pistol?
I think as the consumer mind somewhere is trying to make up for that money.
Maybe.
I think
Yeah.
if I could save a
Yeah.
couple $100 here.
Yeah.
I will say so far, I know we're closer to pretty much the last segment of it, but this has been nothing but short of interesting. If nothing else, the information flowing out has been great. The energy for the class is great too. I think a lot of people, sometimes when they start looking at stuff like this, they're like, oh, I'm just going to be, like standing there and being yelled at. It's not going to be interested. This class is very interactive. It's very interesting. It's very upbeat. Like, it's not monotone, and I really enjoy that myself. So I would advise anybody to come out and train with you guys. To me, it's been absolutely awesome. I will also add this. I wasn't here the first day. I would openly say this because I told people I'm going to walk you through my night vision journey. I thought my knives were cool, like in my house, like playing around in my living room and shit. And then you was like, yeah, front, back, front. And I was like, all right, what's this shit? There's only this thing moves up front, right? And then I moved the back. I'm like, oh, damn it does move. And now I understand what night vision is. I thought it was cool until you just, hey, front, back, front. And all of a sudden I'm like that. And Sam got me right on that. And then Don showed me that don't buy a DG switch. So that was $120 I spent. And now I don't like it.
Yeah, you don't like it, huh?
I don't like it. But, well, it's cool for a short burst. But once again, when I got to keep the pressure back and I'm trying to work the knives and learn it, just hit the damn switch and use the gun. Just use the switch that's on the front of the X300 and call it a day.
Some guys like it. It's not for me.
I'm not a big fan. I'll keep trying.
I'll at least tell you why I don't like it.
Yeah, we got a lot of whys.
Yeah, I'm all about the why too. But if you don't leave here understanding why I'm advising something, then I didn't do my job.
Yeah, for me, it was just holding back the pressure. Maybe I can put some on the front of it. But anyway, I want to thank you guys so much for putting on an awesome experience. I've seen nothing but smiles up and down the line. A lot of people are, definitely getting their gear together. You can start, I'm hearing people having conversations about, I'm glad I didn't spend this money over here, or I spent this money over here, or I'm glad I came, because 15 minutes in, you start realizing how to not only why it's important, but how to invest. And I think that's also a very important thing. So thank you guys for bringing this skill set and this technology to our market, giving guys like me, even though I ran around a PD for a while, my job wasn't cool. And only time something was going on at night where I was at, somebody was normally naked and wrestling with me and stuff like that. So, hell, interesting job. I might have had you a couple of times. I'm going to run your name when I get back and see. I never know. But this has been awesome. Thank you guys for bringing this to me. I was in a real world situation where that's why I'm here, and I'll end it with this. If you don't think this stuff is important, I'm from St. Louis, so back when we had our previous riots years ago, I got a phone call. Long story short, I had to go rescue a family that was a law enforcement family. Calls me over to help, rescue them because they got threats. They were going to be murdered, and they had active assailants outside. We're counting 7 people, 4 with long guns, 3 with handguns, sending outside, and they wanted to kill the family because they knew a cop lived there. It had nothing to do with he was involved in the shooting or anything like that. So I got the call to go assist because obviously patrol units couldn't respond because they were busy with the chaos. I get over there to go assist, and for sure, we got 7 armed assailants outside, and it's pretty bright. It's a dark area, but it was bright enough with ambient lighting. Long story short, an hour and a half into it, lights went off. It got dark. Now, I'm standing there. Can I run a white light? Sure. Can I run my rifle? Sure. But I also have, 7 untrained people in this house that I'm trying to, teach what to do. I got 7 or 8 dudes, outside running around. with guns. And so when my theory is from 25, 30 yards away, if I illuminate these guys with white light, it's so many of them, I'm not going to get them all at once. They're going to immediately start returning fire into that home, right? Just toward the white light. And I knew then, the lights were only out 15 or 20 minutes, but I knew then that I can only fight half of the day. And I needed to evolve, right? So thank you guys for helping out with my evolution. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
I greatly appreciate you guys. Will not be my last time. Check my hand, it's right here.
There you go.
Will not be my last time training with you guys for certain. I'm going to call your phone a lot just because
Cool.
I feel like doing it.
We're here for you.
You can't threaten me with a good time. Let's do it.
All right, this has been KD with No Other Choice. You know, we got Don, Sam, Greenline Tactical. We're down here at Tactical Response having a great time. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Do not hesitate. All the information will be below how to get in contact with these guys. I'm urging you, put your ego to the side, come train. You will have an awesome time. And thank you very much. And remember, be prepared when there is no other choice. We'll see you guys soon. We're out.